What's good, YouTube? Hitman X. Make sure I hit that like, hit that sub, show your boys some love. So, I wanted to do something different today. I'm gonna get back to my series, don't worry. But I wanted to go deeper into this preconceived notion that Devin Booker's a loser, that Phoenix Suns and blah blah blah. This all these narratives that like to get pushed on Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. I wanted to break down something because I was really thinking, if Devin Booker's such a loser, right? Let's say we drafted somebody other than Devin Booker in 2015. How would the NBA look like? Let's say we got Frank Kaminsky, right? Because that's who everybody wanted. Y'all remember Frank Kaminsky in Phoenix? Yeah. I know y'all remember that. You Phoenix Suns fan gonna eat that crow. Y'all was telling me that Frank Kaminsky was supposed to be that guy. It was either Frank Kaminsky or Sam Decker. Remember that? Yeah, I remember that. I ain't never gonna forget it. But as you can see, we're gonna go ahead and break it down, right? June 15th, or June 25th, 2015, my bad. Brooklyn, New York. The Phoenix Suns made history. And we really shifted the landscape of the NBA. And I'm gonna explain to you why. But as you can see, Karl Anthony Towns went number 1 in that draft. D'Angelo Russell went number 2. I feel like Devin Booker's better, but I'm not about to get into that right now. Jahlil Okafor, number 3. A lot of people were high on him, myself included. It's unfortunate his career didn't pan out the way it should have. Kristaps Porzingis, number 4. Great talent. Mario Hezonja, he's not really panning out to the player that he was supposed to be. He was a top 5 pick, right? Willie Cauley-Stein, number 6, right? Emmanuel Mudiay, number 7. What is he doing? Ain't he in New York? What is he doing in New York, right? Stanley Johnson, number 8. You did? Frank Kaminsky, like I said, number 9. Justice Winslow, number 10. Miles Turner, number 11. Trey Lyles, number 12. So hold on, before we get to Devin Booker, who we know he was picked next. Out of all those 12 players, you tell me how many of those players are better than Devin Booker. I'll wait. I'll give you Karl Anthony Towns. I feel like that's subjective. You dig? That could be argued. It could be an argument that Devin Booker is really the best player out of this draft. Legitimately. Right? But we're not gonna go there. That's not the point of this video. The point of this video is, right, we picked him number 13. Thank God. Ryan McDonough made a smart decision. But I was watching a video, an interview by Ryan McDonough, and he said he was getting a lot of phone calls for that pick, and he elected not to take that pick, not to trade that pick. I feel like that's the smartest decision he ever made as a GM. Because had he took them phone calls, and we know who them phone calls were, right? It was more than likely OKC, because we know OKC was real big on Devin Booker, and they needed a 2-guard. And look who they got next, Cameron Payne. Had we selected Cameron Payne or traded that pick and let OKC get that Devin Booker, imagine where the NBA would be right now. Just with that pick alone. OKC gets Devin Booker, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, Serge Ibaka, Steven Adams. Going into that year, I think they went to the Western Conference Finals. They're not blowing a 3-1 lead with Devin Booker. Kevin Durant's not leaving OKC, right? Phoenix, we get worse. So we're going to the next draft, probably heavily odds for the number 1 overall pick. We probably get either Brandon Ingram, Jaylen Brown, or Ben Simmons. Hell, we were heavily odds the year before, so who knows? We probably still get Dragan Bender, right? We probably still get Dragan Bender. It doesn't matter. Either way, who knows? Let's say we move up higher because we're a lot worse without Devin Booker. So we get, like I said, one of those 3 players. That means either the Lakers, the Celtics, or the Sixers miss out on one of their franchise players. That shifts the NBA landscape. That move alone changed a lot in the NBA. And that's why I say we have to really look at this from a microscope, right? Devin Booker, this whole narrative that he's not a winner. It's because he's in Phoenix, y'all. Let's just be honest. He's been drafted into a tanking situation. They tried to compete the first half of the season that he got drafted. Once they realized, okay, Eric Bledsoe's out, we're not going to really compete for the playoffs. Let's tank. That's when they started giving Devin Booker heavy minutes, and they realized they had a superstar in the making. But like I said, had they not drafted Devin Booker and OKC would have drafted him, he would be in a different conversation. Y'all would actually be giving him his props that he deserves, right? And look who was drafted after him. Kelly Oubre, right? Terry Rozier, Rashad Vaughn. Like I said, Sam Dekker. A lot of people were high on Sam Dekker. You did? They were high on Sam Dekker. It felt like we should have had him. I'm just going to name the notable names, though. Let me see. Bobby Portis was drafted in that draft, right? R.J. Hunter was drafted in that draft. He was supposed to be better than Devin Booker, remember? I'm doing this for True the King. I'm doing this right here for True the King, right? This is what I'm doing this for. I'm doing this for True the King. Since he's so high on his Boston Celtics, I want to bring him back down to earth. You feel me? Yeah, that guy, right? If you don't know who he is, I don't blame you. Kevon Looney was in that draft. Montrezl Harrell was in that draft. So just think of it like that. If Devin Booker is in OKC instead of Cameron Payne, because we remember Cameron Payne, all the handshakes with Russell Westbrook. If he's in OKC instead of Cameron Payne, does Golden State go to 4 straight NBA championships? Does Kevin Durant leave Golden State? Because we know Kevin Durant is very high on Devin Booker. Does he leave OKC and go to Golden State? Right? Are we really complaining about Kevin Durant's legacy if the Phoenix Suns don't draft Devin Booker? Ask yourself that question. Because like I said, we're not going to debate whether or not the Phoenix Suns made a right decision. That's clear as day, right? We made the perfect decision by picking Devin Booker over Cameron Payne. Nobody's going to debate that. My question is, can you imagine had we fucked up and picked Cameron Payne? Right? Think about that. Hitman next. That's all I got, though. Hit that comment section. Let me know how you feel about this one. I'm out of here.